Every time you remember something, you slightly change it. Your memories are not recordings. They're living things your brain rebuilds each time. Pull up a childhood moment, and you edit it a little. Over the years, the memory drifts far from what happened. So your most cherished memories may be your most rewritten ones. That family story you tell, it has quietly changed shape over decades. Your brain fills in gaps with what feels right, not what was real. Now, think about this next one. You have almost no memories from before age 3. Scientists call it infantile amnesia. Your brain was busy building itself, not saving files. The hippocampus, your memory center, was still forming its wiring. So your first birthdays are gone forever, even though you were there. And here is something you can feel right now. Smell triggers memories more powerfully than any other sense. That is because your smell signals skip the brain's usual routing. They travel straight to the emotional and memory regions. One whiff of an old perfume can drop you into the past. Sight and sound simply cannot match that instant emotional punch. Try it tonight. Notice how a scent pulls up a whole scene. Speaking of your body, your memory improves while you sleep. During deep sleep, your brain replays the day at high speed. It moves important lessons from short-term storage to long-term storage. That is why pulling an all-nighter before a test backfires. Without sleep, the memories never get properly filed. So a full night's rest is one of the best study tools you have. Learn something, then sleep on it, literally. Now, your memory has a strange limit you use every day. You can only hold about 4 items in mind at once. Not 7, as people once believed. Just around 4 chunks of information. That is why phone numbers get grouped into small pieces. Your working memory is a tiny, crowded desk, not a warehouse. But you can cheat this limit with a clever trick. Grouping items into chunks lets you carry far more. A random string of letters is hard to hold, but turn them into a word, and it becomes one chunk. Chess masters use this to remember entire boards at a glance. They do not see 30 pieces. They see a few familiar patterns. You do the same with song lyrics and phone numbers. Here is a memory technique that is thousands of years old. It is called the memory palace, and it truly works. You imagine placing items inside a familiar building. Your kitchen, your hallway, your bedroom, room by room. To recall them, you simply walk through the space in your mind. Ancient Greek orators used this to memorize hours of speeches. Memory champions still use it to memorize decks of cards. Your brain is far better at remembering places than lists. Now, this next fact might surprise you about forgetting. Forgetting is not a flaw. It is a feature. If you remembered everything, your mind would drown in useless detail. Your brain actively clears out what it decides you do not need. Forgetting helps you spot patterns and focus on what matters. A few rare people cannot forget, and they often struggle. They relive every argument and every embarrassing moment in full. So the ability to let go is a quiet gift. Here is one you can test with a friend. Your memory can be planted with events that never happened. In studies, researchers convinced people they were once lost in a mall. They described it in vivid detail. It never occurred. This is why eyewitness testimony can be so unreliable. A leading question can reshape what a witness believes they saw. Your confidence in a memory does not prove it is true. That feels unsettling, but it teaches humility about your own past. Now consider how exercise touches your memory. Moving your body grows new brain cells in your memory center. The hippocampus can actually create fresh neurons in adulthood. Regular aerobic exercise boosts the chemicals that help them survive. So a brisk walk is not just good for your heart. It literally builds a stronger, sharper memory over time. Move today, and your future self will remember more. Here is a study trick backed by real science. Testing yourself beats rereading your notes every time. Struggling to recall, something strengthens the memory far more. Every time you pull information out, you carve a deeper path. Rereading feels productive but leaves the memory weak. So close the book and quiz yourself instead. That mild difficulty is exactly what your brain needs. And spacing it out helps even more. Study a little today, again tomorrow, again next week. Cramming stuffs your brain and then lets it leak. Space practice locks knowledge in for years. Now here is a beautiful final fact about emotion. You remember emotional moments far more sharply than ordinary ones. Your brain tags them as important and burns them deeper. That is why you recall exactly where you were during big events. A flood of chemicals during strong emotion strengthens the memory. Joy, fear, and love all etch themselves into your mind. So the way to remember something is to feel it. Make a lesson vivid, funny, or personal, and it sticks. Your quiet, uneventful days simply fade into the background. That is why vacations feel long in memory, but short in the moment. New experiences create more memory markers for your brain. Fill your days with novelty, and your life will feel longer. Take a different route home tonight and notice the difference. Your memory is not a filing cabinet. It is a living, changing, deeply human thing. If these facts amazed you, subscribe to BetterNight for more.